What is even more worrying is that in the face of this devastation, what we are seeing are statements being issued from the Gold Board and the Bank of Ghana trying to obfuscate. They rely on some words in the original IMF draft to suggest that this is speculative or that this is a significant downside risk. We must be clear. A loss of $214 million, a loss of $214 million, a loss of $214 million has already been made. It will be about $300 million at the end of the year. And the people of Ghana cannot be taken for fools by some long-winded statements seeking to parry this tragedy away.
In modern times, Oppong Nkrumah is one of the reasons I don't like politicians. In one stretch, they are talking virtues. In the next stretch, they throw away all the virtues and clutch on to vices. Why can't they be honest, these politicians? The more I listen to them, I don't see any genuineness in them. No patriotism. It's all about what we can get. How many of you felt the same way? Oppong Nkrumah said in this speech, eloquently, that our future as Ghanaians is being mortgaged. And therefore, we must stand on our 2 feet as non-spectators. Remember, that phrase borrowed from the Americans. Remember the speech that Nana Addo plagiarized? We must all be involved. But Rawlings has said that several years back. Don't just stand and stare. Be involved. Remember when he addressed the cadres? My brother, my sister, our future is being mortgaged as Ghanaians. Were these not the same people preaching Ejapa? Do you know what Ejapa was supposed to do? Mortgage the future of not only Ghanaians living, but unborn Ghanaians in generations yet to come. They didn't see anything wrong with it. My brother, he's talking about water bodies getting polluted. I personally hate it, and I've been fighting it from time immemorial, my brother. But they all sat down there, benefited from the goriness and the ghastly nature of the destruction of our rivers, flora and fauna, when Wontumi and his cohorts told us blatantly that party hiaska. Today Oppong Nkrumah comes with his Shakespearean English. Our future is being mortgaged, and you know gold may glitter, but let posterity blah 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 blah. And I sit back and I'm intrigued. I'm like, what is this guy saying? These guys are only thinking about their stomachs and pockets. They are not patriotic Ghanaians. When I see a genuine patriotic Ghanaian, I see one. Not these ones. Nana Addo sat down there and pretended to be fighting Galamsey. How did it go? Wontumi became an emperor in Ashanti when he told us, like Don Quixote, that he had his own empire. So quixotically. Today I hear Oppong Nkrumah. In the days of Galamsey, did he cough? But that is not to equalize anything. Now let's go into the proper context of the whole thing. He said, it doesn't matter whether it is Gold Board that has made the losses or it is the Bank of Ghana that has made the losses. The burden would still have to be carried by Ghanaians. Hey, when the devil starts to preach the Bible, it is very, very exotic. It glitters, though it's not gold. This is a demonic party. In the tenure of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, Galamsey rose to the acme. You took us to the IMF and the World Bank after saddling us with a demonic e-levy. You flew members of your party, chartered flights. They ate exorbitantly, like gluttons. They came into the country. You didn't care about Ghana. Today, these are the same demons who are preaching to us about our economy, our culture, our people, our futures being mortgaged. How can I trust them? You see why I can't do politics? You see why I cannot do politics? These are the people who are with you. They are okay with you. You complain about the same old things. The moment they start to taste power, no sir. It's a blessing. Plutocracy, kleptocracy. They create thiefdoms. It's sad. He said it doesn't matter whether it is Gold Board that is making the losses or Bank of Ghana. The most important thing is that Ghanaians will bear the losses. But the point is that, is it a price paid for a certain product or it is a loss? If you go to buy a shirt and you give out money and take the shirt, would you say you've lost money? Depending on the value of the shirt that you buy, you could say you lost money. If you bring the shirt home and it has holes in there, and the amount you paid to get this shirt could have bought you a suit, then you would say that is a loss. My brother, 214 million. Now they tell us by the end of the year it's going to be 300 million according to the presses, right? And that's what they're saying. Is it a loss or is a price we paid for a buoyant economy? An economy that Nana Addo couldn't give us. And all these guys who are today pretending to be patriotic. The 8 years of suffocation, 8 years of disaster, 8 years of Guantanamo. Yes, Guantanamo Bay. 8 years of axiviation. Hallelujah.